Hey guys, today we're going to do another history mystery. It's about ancient China. So, let's type in the password. The password for this mystery is dragon. Let's watch the video first. Mr. James Lord Precious presents a history mystery. Ancient China. The case of the Jade Dragon Pendant. Okay, this is the History Haven Museum where lots of people came to visit. This is the Jade Dragon Pendant. It's like a dragon. Look, it's the Jade Dragon Pendant. Lots of people want to look at it. But after everyone looked at it, it's stolen. Incoming call. It's from Rickety.
Hi, Detective. I need your help at the History Haven Museum. Please come as soon as you can.
You quickly gather up your detective kit and tell Rickety you'll be there in a bit.
Hey, Detective. I'm so glad you came so quickly. We had a hectic day at the museum, and during the rush hour, someone stole our treasured Jade Dragon Pendant. Imagine a shiny, green treasure shaped like a dragon. That's what a Chinese Jade Dragon Pendant looks like. Totally awesome, right? But there's more to this pendant than just its good looks. First, let's talk about jade. Jade is a beautiful stone that comes in different shades of green, and sometimes even white. People in China have loved jade for thousands of years because they believe it brings good luck and keeps bad stuff away. They even call it the stone of heaven. How cool is that? Now for the dragon. Dragons in Chinese culture are not the scary, fire-breathing dragons you might read about in fairy tales. Instead, they're powerful, wise, and bringers of good fortune. Dragons are thought to control rain, rivers, and seas, which is super important for growing crops.
You jump through a secret portal to venture into ancient China. You quickly move through time to thousands of years ago.
Saw the red thing come, but I took it away. Ancient China.
You'll need to read about Chinese history to solve this mystery.
You have arrived in ancient China. You must read and answer questions correctly to discover clues.
Every question answered correctly will give you a clue to help eliminate suspects from the list. The last suspect remaining has the Jade Dragon Pendant.
Does anyone know who it is?
Good luck, Detective.
Okay, we're going to a little Chinese history. The start button. First, we're going to learn about the Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is one of the most famous structures in the world. It was built to protect China from invaders and stretches over 13,000 miles. Workers used bricks, stones, and even soil to build the wall. Soldiers would walk along the top to keep watch. Did you know some parts of the wall are almost 2,700 years old? Why was the Great Wall of China built? It was built to protect China from invaders. The first suspect It is not Ming Monkey. Does anyone know who the mystery answer is? What materials were used to build the Great Wall? They used bricks, stones, and soil. It is not Jake Rex. How long is the Great Wall of China? It is over 13,000 miles. Did you say that? Then you're correct. It is not Saran Hoof Glow. Building the Great Wall was no small task. Thousands of workers, including soldiers, prisoners, and farmers, worked together to complete it over many centuries. They often carried heavy stones and bricks on their backs in harsh weather. The wall wasn't just made of one material; it was built while that was nearby, like wood, earth, or stone. People say it was so sturdy that parts of it can even be seen from space. On the wall today, visitors can imagine what life was like for those who were up there so long ago. Who helped build the Great Wall of China? Farmers, soldiers, and prisoners. It is not Zhen Dragon. Now learn about, can someone guess? The Terracotta Army. The Terracotta Army were clay soldiers, and they were buried underground. Long ago, a powerful emperor named King Shring Hong wanted to be protected even in the afterlife. He had dozens of life-size clay soldiers made to guard his home. These clay soldiers are called the Terracotta Army. Each soldier is unique with its own face and armor. They were buried underground for over 2,000 years ago before the foreigners discovered them in 1924. So who ordered the creation of the Terracotta Army? Emperor King Shring Hong. First one. It is not Sophie Spikos. Who's the next one? I read that question before, but what makes the terracotta soldiers special? Every soldier is unique with its own face and armor. So each one is unique with different faces and armor. It is not Snail or Swift. The discovery of terracotta arms was one of the most incredible archaeological finds in history. Miners were digging a well when they found pieces of clay figures. Archaeologists were called to investigate and soon uncovered an entire underground army. How were the terracotta soldiers discovered? Farmers accidentally found them while digging a well. It is not Willard spell block. Alongside the soldiers, they found horses, chariots, and weapons. Can you imagine what it must have been like to see those soldiers for the first time in over 2,000 years? Even today, experts are still studying and restoring these ancient figures. What else was found in the terracotta army? Horses, chariots, and weapons. It is not Tao Tiger. We learned about daily life in ancient China. Life in ancient China was busy and full of traditions. Families were very important and everyone had a role to play. Children helped at home and learned to respect their elders. Many families lived in tiny houses with clay walls, while wealthy families had bigger homes with courtyards. What kind of houses did most families in ancient China live in? They lived in tiny houses with clay walls. It is not Noam Chomsky. Farmers work hard growing rice, wheat, and vegetables. They also raise animals like pigs and chickens. Artisans make pottery tools and silk, while traders traveled along the Silk Road to exchange goods like silk and tea for spices and gold. What did farmers in ancient China grow? Oh, they grow rice, wheat, and vegetables. It is not Strider Frostfang. Meals often include rice, vegetables, and meat. People use chopsticks and enjoy noodles, dumplings, and teas. Farmers wore simple help clothes, while wealthy people wore colorful silk clothes, sometimes embroidered with dragons or flowers. What did wealthy people in ancient China wear? They wore colorful silk robes. It is not Glintwig Jadefoot. I love that name. Even with busy lives, people celebrate festivals like the Lunar New Year with dragon dances and fireworks. Children played with kites and tops, while adults enjoyed music, poetry, and painting. What was one popular festival celebrated in ancient China? The Lunar New Year. I can tell because of the dancing dragons. It is not Mortex Shell Shadow. Now we're doing amazing Chinese inventions. Asian Chinese people were amazingly clever. They invented inventions that changed the world and are still used today. For example, they invented paper, which made writing and sharing ideas much easier. Before paper, people had to write on bones, bamboo, or silk, which wasn't very easy. They also invented silk, a soft and shiny fabric made from the threads of silkworms. Silk became so popular that people traveled far and wide along the Silk Road, trading for goods like spices and gold. Silk invented by Asian Chinese is made from what? Silkworm threads. It is not Liam Bleederson. Oh, Mortex Shell Shadow was still here after I crossed it off. Another building invention was the compass, which helped travelers and sailors know which direction to go, even at night or on cloudy days. Imagine exploring the ocean with one pretty tricky right. Which invention helped travelers and sailors know which direction to go, even on cloudy days? The compass. It is not Whimsy Willie Main. One truly explosive invention was gunpowder. Chinese alchemists mix different chemicals and accidentally create something magical. They used it in fireworks, which made celebrations even more exciting with colorful lights bursting in the sky. What explosive invention was used to create fireworks? Gunpowder. It is not Twinkle Claw. The printing press was not a big idea. It helped make books faster and cheaper so more people could learn how to read. Can you imagine a world without books? Thanks to the invention, knowledge spread quickly and people became smarter everywhere. How did the printing press change the world? It makes books faster and cheaper to make. It is not Rooney Raccoon. If your guess was crossed out, it's okay. We still have 4 more guesses. Ballon, Julian, or Belen, Clover, Quick Squeak, or Dr. Quibble. Guess one of these 4. Well, as your last, until we do the last clue. Now I will learn about traditional Chinese festivals. Festivals are special times to celebrate and have fun. One popular festival is the Chinese New Year, which marks the start of the lunar calendar. Families clean their houses, wear red clothes, and hang lanterns to bring good luck. Another exciting festival is the Mid-Autumn Festival, where people enjoy mooncakes under the full moon. What color do people wear during Chinese New Year for good luck? I bet everyone knows the answer. Red. It is not Clover Quickswick. During the Chinese New Year, children look forward to receiving red envelopes filled with money, known as Hongbao. As a symbol of good fortune, dragon and line dances brings energy and excitement to the streets as performers in costumes dance to the beat of drums. For the Mid-Autumn Festival, families gather at night to admire the moon, tell stories, and light people incense. These traditions bring people together and show how much they value family, happiness, and hope for the future. What is given to children during Chinese New Year as a symbol of good fortune? Red envelopes with money. It is not Dr. Quibble. Ancient Chinese people were amazingly clever. They invented inventions that changed the world and are still used today. For example, they invented paper, which made write and sharing ideas much easier. Before paper, people had to write on bones, bamboo, or silk, which wasn't very easy. They also invented silk, a soft and shiny fabric made from the threads of silkworms. Silk became so popular that people traveled far and wide along the Silk Road trading for goods like spices and gold. What do families do during the Mid-Autumn Festival? I never heard of that question before. I never heard of Mid-Autumn Festival in this sentence. So, I think it's in the passage too. Let's take a guess. Let's take a look at the picture. There's lanterns and I think there's a moon, so that to admire the moon and light paper lanterns. Yeah, I'm right. It's Angelina Bling. Okay, the answer is Bao Long. Now to the final quiz.
Brilliant work, detective. You discovered that Bao Long stole the Jade Dragon Pendant.
Now I have a final quiz to do.
Answer these final quiz questions to discover where Bao is hiding with the Jade Dragon Pendant.
What famous structure was built in China? I think one of these things I learned about. Did I learn about the Great Wall of China, the Colosseum, the Eiffel Tower, or the Taj Mahal? The Great Wall of China. What are the clay soldiers called? What did I talk about? The terracotta warriors. What invention helped make books faster and cheaper to produce? The printing press. What was the name of the trade route where silk was traded for spices and gold? The Silk Road. I only read that. What type of home did wealthy families live? Tiny clay cottage is where many people live. While wealthier families live in bigger homes with courtyards. What special treats do children receive during the Chinese New Year? I think we answered that question before. Red envelopes filled with money. Seek by the temple to find the thief. Amazing work. Great job, detective. You solved the mystery. Now we're watching the ending video.
You did it! Bao Long stole the Jade Dragon Pendant. Let's return to the future and get our museum's treasure back.
You travel through time to return home. Using your amazing detective skills, you know where to find Bao Long hiding.
I suppose you're here about this, the Jade Dragon Pendant. To some, it's just an artifact, but to me, it means far more. You'll want to hear the whole story before you judge me. I promise. It'll make sense. This is my family. For centuries, the pendant has been passed down from one generation to the next. It brought us good fortune, protected us in times of great need. It symbolized hope in the darkest of days. During the Great Panda War, our home was destroyed and the pendant was lost. It should have stayed in the hands of my family, but instead, it ended up in a museum. Just another object behind glass. A relic of a forgotten heritage. I suppose I didn't think about the way I went about it. Taking something without asking, even if it felt like it was mine. It was still wrong. I should have explained, communicated, maybe they would have understood. For that, I'm sorry, truly, but finally, it's home.
Oh, that's why he took the Jade Dragon Pendant.
I'm so glad we figured this out and understood what happened. If Bao had just spoken to me, I would have let him have the pendant if I had learned it rightfully belonged to his family. Thank you so much for your help, Detective. I couldn't have done it without you.
Quest completed. Keep up the amazing work. Alright, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I'll see you on the next History Mystery. Bye, everyone.